Welcome back. Thank you for staying with the South African Morning. Now, over 2,000 shack dwellers have been left homeless following a fire in Cemetery View, but now they're rejecting the City of Tshwane's efforts to move them to a community hall in Mamelodi. Sanco says this is not the right move and that there are better options for where residents can be relocated. Joining us now for more is Frans Modise. He is Sanco's regional spokesperson in the City of Tshwane. Thank you very much, Mr. Modise, for your time here on eNCA. Just first of all, the city is saying that it's gotten a court order to say that they should move those who lost their homes there in Cemetery View to another location, but you're not happy with the location itself.
Well, first of all, a very good morning to your viewers, viewers of eNCA. And of course, well, let's start with first of all to put into perspective the court order that the city wants to allege. It's not a court order of yesterday. Is a court order of since 2006, 2007. Exactly. Yeah. So it's a long-standing court order. It's not as a result of this incident that happened over the last weekend. Of course, as Sanco in the region, we reject with the contempt that it deserves the move by the city to try and relocate the residents of Cemetery View in Woodlands. Our reasons is that firstly, the residents themselves were not consulted by the city as to why it wished to relocate them to Mamelodi. And second of all, these residents at Cemetery View in Woodlands, there are there are facilities where they are in Woodlands, and the city has deliberately chosen Mamelodi because it wants to perpetuate the apartheid spatial planning. The city is bringing through the back door your land, separate your land act, where blacks in the past were not allowed to stay with in the suburbs. So on that basis, we say that we stand with the residents of Cemetery View in refusing to be relocated.
And Mr. Modise, the law does say that when you do relocate, someone from their home, you need to make sure that they're still close to work, still close for their children in terms of the school distance that they used to go to, etc. The city is saying it's only 11 kilometers away. That too far, I guess, for some of the residents of Cemetery View.
Indeed, that is way too far. I mean, one of the reasons that these residents identified this piece of land is precisely for that, to be closer to the place of employment. But also, we would expect that a caring state, a caring government, of which the DA-led administration in the City of Tshwane has shown that it really doesn't care about our people. You would expect that caring state would not want to disturb the living situations of residents. For example, just 11 kilometers moving school children 11 kilometers away from where they were.
And Mr. Modise, does any of the refusal also have to do with the city's track record? I mean, in Mamelodi East, for instance, there was a flood where people lost their homes. They were moved to a nearby church, and it's taken the city very long to find them an alternative accommodation from the church after it was deemed that where they were staying is too low-lying and is not safe. So does the refusal also have anything to do with the fact that the residents of Cemetery View feel as though what happened to Mamelodi East residents might happen to them as well?
Indeed, indeed. I mean, the city has no track record at all of fulfilling its promises. Those residents that you are talking about, some of them are still there at
the church,
Nelmaket's hall. And the churches. It be how the city tried to handle the issue of Hammanskraal, the water crisis there recently with the ongoing strike. The city has absolutely no track record of fulfilling its promises, particularly when it comes to disaster like this ones. And we also wonder what happens to this disaster budget, because it's supposed to be a budget readily available for this kind of incidents. But because of, we suspect it, because of people who look like me and you, that is why we get the treatment that they are getting.
And also the city has declared that it's bankrupt and it's not able to even give its employees a salary increase as little as 5.8%. But Mr. Modise, I have to leave it there for now. We have to wrap up our conversation. Thank you so much for making time for us early this morning to speak to us here on the South African Morning. That was Frans Modise, the spokesperson of Sanco in the Tshwane region.